Hi guys, good morning and welcome to this week's video. It's my second video using the Z8, so if you're a Z8 fan, then this video could be for you. Well, fingers crossed. But what a fantastic morning. We certainly didn't expect this. I'm out with Tony today and we're heading to Elter water. Now, the reason why, well, I'll explain the reasons why in a second, but before I do explain the reasons why, take a look at these conditions. Wow. I'm just laughing because I got stuck under that branch. Tony had to help me. Should have had that on camera, eh? I tell you what though, look at these conditions. Look at this. Now I always complain and moan every time I go out and about that there's never fog when I shoot woodland, ever. And I've been treated to it a bit today. Quite cool because I've never been here before. I'm like, just chat with Tony and Tony said it might be because it's too easily accessible. Oh, I tell you what a faux pas that is. Look at that in the background, how incredible is that? Especially under these conditions. Wow, and it looks to be even better further along. I've seen some incredible pictures from here, and as we're walking up behind me, there's already photographers here. They've beaten us. So we're not going to grab the shot from what looks to be probably the best vantage point. So we're going to move further on because I want to grab these trees here with a reflection in the water. The only reason why I want to do that, especially today, is because it is such a calming and still day. And there's a beautiful mirror-like reflection on that water. Right, so throwing you guys in camera, gonna let you guys have a look at what I'm trying to frame up. So I'm using that as a frame, and also I'm coming across here, which is probably my preferred shot, something along those lines there, sticking with rules of thirds, and that is looking quite nice. And of course, typically, as soon as I figured out how the video works in this camera, that mist is now all around us, so not only does it look a bit wishy-washy, but we've pretty much lost that separation as well. But one thing that years of doing this job has taught me, you've just got to sit it out and let's just wait and see what happens with these conditions. Okay, so moving down here, pretty cool, but made a quick decision. We're going to go back up there, sadly where all the other photographers are. I just feel a bit of a cheat when I do that, but clearly it is the best vantage point, so we're going to go back up there, grab a couple of shots, then we're going to move down here because I like some of these tree perspectives down here with the mist in the background, but it means I'm going to have to move fairly quickly, so we'll go up where the other guys are and we'll grab a very quick shot, just one. It's probably the signature shot that everybody grabs here, but okay, honeypot location arguments possibly for another day, I don't know, but I certainly are happy to take honeypot locations if I haven't already taken them, especially under conditions like this. The conditions were excellent. But after capturing an image or two here, Tony and I were about to be treated to something even more spectacular. Light coming through there, that's just incredible. So I've grabbed a couple of shots here, portrait orientation, keeping the whole of the tree in, and also I've gone quite narrow and quite tight on there as well. Right, so a few backlit cobwebs in the bag, and I think we're done at this location. So now let's head to location number 2. Right, so location number 2, and some of you are going to get upset over this, but I'm at Rydal Water. Right, now, because it is in the day, blue skies, I'm not going to get any nice pictures. What we decided to do is to head up to the cave, up to Rydal Cave. Again, I know it sounds daft, I've never been there before, but a guy called Martin, who put his picture of Rydal Cave in to me for critique for my YouTube members last month. I remembered it, I thought, oh yes, it is a nice cave, and I must remember to go and photograph it. So thanks to Martin for a little bit of inspiration for me today to go up there and photograph it. Do a bit of HDR, I'm going to need to do some HDR today, so I'm quite looking forward to that. Good challenge for me, good challenge for the camera. Now, I'm a Rydal Cave virgin as well, so I've never been up here before. But as I'm wandering out, I'm just spotting locations for compositions. I mean, compositionally wise, that is fantastic. In the right lighting, in the right conditions. What's not to like about that? Moss coloured wall, nice trees, a brook, a babbling brook. I mean, incredible. Behind me, just about every photographer will recognise that. Rydal Water, the boathouse on Rydal Water. I just thought while I was here, I'd take a composition. This is probably one of the most iconic shots that photographers will take during the autumnal colour stage of the trees in the Lake District. This area here is synonymous, like I say, for, as you can imagine why. Such a great composition. It looks really, really nice, despite the fact it's a honeypot location. It looks brilliant, and when those trees change colour, it is incredible. And if you could top that with the misty conditions that we had this morning, if you get that combination, wow, then at the end of the day, even though it's an iconic place to come and photograph, it is still worthwhile photographing because it's nice. So at the moment, just because I'm familiarizing myself with the camera, I'm just playing around with long exposures. I've got a 4-minute exposure on the go at the moment. Like I say, it's not about getting the pictures today, it's about getting those compositions so I can come back at the right time. But having said that though, it is nice. It's beautiful, absolutely incredible. Nice. I'm loving using this Z8, by the way. Got to be said. So let me throw you guys in camera so you could see what I'm looking at. Okay, something like that. That's the composition that I'm going to go for, i.e. the boathouse on the bottom third, but I like this ring of trees here. I think that frames up the whole frame as a completed image. I think it works nice. I think it works well. I think, yeah, this row of trees here offers me a nice natural frame over the whole scene. I think that's nice. So I'm going to make sure I'm at an 1/8 of a second, f8 ISO 100. That histogram is showing that everything is perfect. That's it. So at an 1/8 of a second, I'll apply my 10-stop filter. 2 minutes. Bosh. Right, quick time check. It's just gone 6 p.m. That means I've got exactly an hour before sunset. Fingers crossed, nobody should be up at the caves and I should have the whole place to myself. So this time of night should be better for, well, without saying the obvious, people and also lighting. I will have to create a HDR image, but hopefully it won't have to be as drastic. Or maybe it's worse, judging by where the sun is. It might well even be worse. This could come back and bite me on the ass, couldn't it? If it means I'm shooting directly into the sun and it's worse, then I shall just simply stay here until after the sun has set. That might not be a bad idea anyway. Absolute bloody nightmare. I'm not joking. I turned up in good faith. I was here 10 past, 6:15, and I swear you would just honestly believe that tourist buses have just stopped outside. Bear in mind, it's getting dark in 10 minutes. Tourist buses are just parked up outside, and there was loads of people in here throwing stones and pain in the backside. So I've been here all this time and I haven't managed to do any filming yet. So look, let me very quickly talk you through this setup. I'll turn you guys around in a second so you could see me a bit better instead of the silhouette that you're looking at now. But I just want you to see what I'm looking at. There's probably about 3, maybe 4 stops of light now difference between the darker side of the wall across there and the bright sky out there. Hence the reason I'm shooting this at HDR, or using the HDR technique. High dynamic range, that means multiple exposures all blended together in Photoshop. And the thing is, don't be put off by HDR. HDR is a really good process. It's just that HDR nowadays has a bad name because 10, 12 years ago when photographers like myself first started creating HDR images, they were very cartoony, but of course they're not like that nowadays. So don't think of it like that. It's just multiple exposures blended together. started off this morning at Elter Water, finished off at the caves here at Rydal. I've had a fantastic day. That's video number 1 complete using the Z8. I've got plenty more videos to come. So do me a favor, if you like this content and you want to see more, consider subscribing, and you'd help the channel quite a bit if you give that like button a bit of a nudge. Leave a comment down below if you've liked any of the pictures today. Oh, that one this morning from Elter Water. Mwah. Next time, guys.